Yo, what's up guys? Today we'll be learning how to fly this
Savage Cub
in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's a pretty cool two-seater plane, and yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, we're inside the cockpit now, so we're going to take our cursor and let's go to the top of the screen, opening up our taskbar. We're going to go to this little check. We're going to click that. That opens up our checklist. We're going to go to the right-hand side here. Click before starting engine. This opens up our before starting engine checklist. It says here we have to test and set the brakes. Our brakes are activated when we push our rudder pedals at the same time in. So if we press our brakes button, they both go in. So that means our brakes are working. So we can take that item. Choke on. Our choke is this little black lever that we have to pull out. I'll highlight it for you guys. There it is. We're going to pull this all the way out. That turns on our choke. Let's take that item so we don't forget that we've done it. Next, we have to make sure our throttle is closed. A closed throttle means that it's not on, it's at 0%. So if we check our throttle here, it's at 0%, so that is closed. So let's take that item off our list. Master switch should be on. Our master switch is kind of confusing. It's the key, but we have to turn it once to turn the battery master on. So click it once, and now this master switch is on. Take that item, and we've just gotten through the before starting engine checklist, so good job guys. Let's flip the page to the next checklist. So now this is the starting engine checklist. So we have to go to the ignition switches down here, and we have to turn them on. It's these right here. I'll highlight them for you guys. Here you go. Flip both of these on. Next, we have to start up our engine. Just the key. We've got to go one more time to the right. Hold it. Make sure we're braking. And there we go. We just started up our
Savage Cub
in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Give yourselves a pat on the back, and let's keep going through the checklist. So if we go to our RPM gauge, our RPM gauge is right next to the airspeed gauge to the right. So right here, we want to raise it so it's between where the green and yellow meets and no more than over the 20. So right between there is perfect. A little bit more RPM. Right there is perfect. Keep your throttle there, and then take that item off our list. Engine gauge is check. All pressures in the green. All temp is slowly rising, and that is also slowly rising. So that's great. Reset our camera. Take off that item, and now we have to go to after starting engine. Brakes release. We'll do that when we're taxiing, and then choke should be off. This is our choke. This little thing right here. We're gonna pull that all the way in, turning our choke off. Next, we'll take that item, take choke off. Avionics master switch. All right, this is a pretty hard thing to find. So right here under this green sticker, press that to turn it on, and it turns on this. I'll highlight it for you guys. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Take that item off our list, and we have just successfully completed our checklists and everything. So good job, guys. Alright, so next what we have to do is we have to go to our outside view. Restart our camera here. Let's get rid of our checklist. Let's go back to the top of our screen, opening up our taskbar. Let's go to this little tower icon. It is ATC. Bring this ATC window over to the right hand side. And now tune your airport's ground. Next, click on request taxi, depart straight out.
Savage Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra with Kilo request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Savage Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taxi to and hold short of runway 15 using taxiway Alpha 4 Alpha Tree Alpha Alpha 1. Contact tower on 118.85 when ready.
Alright, acknowledge taxi clearance. When we get to the runway, we are going to need to hold short. We're just going to do a little turnaround here. So let go of our brake. The airplane's just bring us around. And there we go. We can minimize our ATC, and I'll see you guys in a second once we get to the runway. Alright, we're at the beginning of the runway now. Let's go back and open up our ATC. We are now going to tune tower. And we're going to request takeoff clearance from clearance VFR from Aspen Tower, or whatever airport's tower. So there we go.
Savage Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 wind 215 the tree.
cleared for takeoff. We're gonna now move up. Once we get to the runway, we'll switch to the inside cockpit view. Alright.
Savage X-ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
You have to acknowledge our clearance. Forgot about that. Acknowledge
Cleared for
takeoff.
takeoff runway 15 Savage X-ray Golf Sierra.
Let's get lined with the center line here. And then once we get here, we're going to test our pitch. So roll left, roll right, up, down. So our elevator, pitch, rudder. We're cleared for takeoff, so we're going to full throttle, take off for our brake. Good enough airspeed now to lift off. Nice and smooth. There we go. We're in the air, everyone. Good job. I'm gonna get into the flight pattern here and just chill. Good altitude. Get it to like 2,000 feet. Or we are actually in the mountains right now, so we are actually quite high up. Let's get to, I'd say, maybe 7,000 feet would be a good altitude. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe a little higher. We're going to keep our throttle always at full throttle here, just for now because we're climbing. Very cool. Our runway's right behind us, so, yeah, we're just going to keep on flying. We get to about 7,000 feet. We should be good. Alright, we're nearing 7,000 feet. We're gonna take a nice left-hand turn once we get there. We have 200 feet left. Alright, I'm gonna start turning just a little bit here. This should be getting to 7,000 feet. Yeah, we're at 7,000 feet now. Alright, nice easy turn here. Right around, leveling it out a little bit. It's right there. We're in the flight pattern here. Keep on going around and then we're gonna land. So this is gonna be a shorter video today because it wasn't that hard. Pretty easy airplane to figure out how to do. We didn't set any of navigation stuff, but it doesn't look like we need it. I don't think there is navigation on this plane. I think this is just radio. So yeah, we're looking good. Pretty easy airplane to fly. Maybe we should probably do one maneuver here because this is a pretty maneuverable plane. Do you want to do a loop-de-loop? Would that be good? Or no, but let's just do a roll first. First, let's do a roll. So I'm gonna just go like this. Pushing a little bit up. All right. We just did our first roll on this channel. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna go for a landing. I'm not gonna do loop-de-loop because I do not want to stress out the plane too much here. I'll do it once we learn how to fly a more acrobatic plane. Alright, coming in for landing. I'm gonna put throttle to 50%. Flaps all the way down. Now to 25%. We are just gliding. Alright, 50 back up to 50% throttle. Descend quite rapidly here. I'm gonna go up to the landing view here. Alright, we're coming in for a smooth landing, hopefully. Try to make it smooth. Turning in. Gonna line this straight up. Pull back a little bit on your stick here. Try not to stall out the engine here because we are going pretty slow. We are losing rapidly speed. I'm going to raise the throttle up to 75% here. Alright, now back at 50%. We're just going to keep it at 50% here because I should be able just to be losing enough airspeed just to drop. I'm going to flare it just a little bit here. Just enough so it's a nice smoother landing. And we have touchdown, a little bit of bumpy touchdown, but all the way down to 0 on our throttle. And should be good. Should be getting touchdown on our back. There we go, touchdown on our back wheel. braking just a little bit, and we have successfully landed the
Savage Cub.
in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Let me know which airplane you want me to fly next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.